All right, peace, love, and light, family. Peace, love, and light. It's TPG. I'm back at you with another episode. This is Manifesto here at the Hood Academy, and we got a very, very big topic to talk about tonight that I'm very excited for. And I just want to first off, before we even get into it, and we got a guest tonight too. But before we get into it, I want to give a disclaimer because the topic that we're going to be talking about tonight is the difference between religion and spirituality. So I want to give a disclaimer because here at the Hood Academy, we do not promote any separation, and we are here for the people, and we are not at all um trying to tell anybody they're wrong for their beliefs, basically. So this is just simply my belief, and I do have some facts written down. So I want to let that be known that, we gonna definitely we here to speak educated and enlighten and let the people know what's really going on. But I don't want anybody to feel like they were targeted or that we are bashing you for your belief systems, and we can all coexist no matter who and what we believe in. So I just want to make that be known right now. Give a disclaimer to the people that it don't matter what you believe in, that as long as you are a good person, you good with me. You feel me? I don't care about your color. I don't care what you believe in, who you pray to. Um, it's more about your soul and your spirit with me. So as long as you a good person out here, then that's all that matters. You feel me? So we can agree to disagree, but we got some things that we gonna get into here tonight. So I just want to give that disclaimer. But the topic tonight is the difference between being spiritual and living a life of religion. And anybody who, well, honestly, a lot of people are operating under religion. I feel like a lot of our people grew up in the church, and whether you were going a lot, every black household for sure praises and worships Jesus. You know what I'm saying? We've all grew up as Christians, I feel like, you know, and that's great. Believing in a higher power, that's great. Believe in I would rather you believe in Jesus than you not believe in anything. This new age spiritual thing, this has just come about, and there's always been enlightened people, woke people, but it's just now in a few years, we'll say, becoming a worldwide thing where you can go on YouTube or any social media, and you're going to see some type of woke video. So we can for sure say that there is a for sure movement going on where things are kind of turning and people are going against religion. So all right, y'all, peace. Okay, peace, God.
Peace, God. What's going on?
It's good.
Yeah, had to
How you
hop on
feeling,
here with
man?
you. I'm feeling better, man. I had a little trouble earlier in the day, but you know what I mean. I let it ride out. But I definitely had to hop on this episode with you today because yeah,
Man, listen.
we gonna heat up the kitchen with this one.
I'm already knowing. Listen, I don't even think Tay know what he did for real.
I don't think he know for real, like,
Cause
bro.
look, I had to give a little disclaimer in the beginning. I'm like, listen, uh, here at the Hood Academy 910, bro, listen, we do not promote no separation. We not bashing nobody for what they believe in. Like, let's just let that be known right here, right now.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's a
all
fact. That's a
peace.
fact.
You
This
feel
ain't no
me?
bashing. This ain't none of that. This is us pretty much expressing our personal views and our personal opinion of things. You know what I mean? Everybody had their own opinions. That's how we just rock it with it. We're not telling you to convert over or to do this or to do that. We just enlighten you of our insight and our intelligence. You feel me? It ain't nothing bad. It ain't like we just like, oh, we don't worship God. We just worship the devil because we done stopped being religious and spiritual now. Like, nah, it ain't none of that. It's actually
Nah, listen,
is
we gonna
yeah,
get
it's
into
different.
it.
Yeah, we
We gonna
definitely
get
gonna get into
into it.
it. But go ahead and kick it off, God.
I got you. So look, I was just basically explaining, like, especially us as black people, bro. Like, we done been through so much, bro. Everybody has had some type of not everybody grew up Christian. Like, I feel like the majority of us did, but like everybody grew up with some type of higher power in their household. Their parents taught them to believe in some type of God.
Right.
So like, I got the facts here. I got a little couple stuff written down, man, for the people who, for the like the naysayers. Everything that I'm about to say, you can look up most of this, and then some of this is just knowledge that I just know, and I'ma just spit from just what I know is a fact. You feel me? Some
Yeah.
of this stuff you're not gonna be able to look up, but so tell me, okay, so what did you believe? What did you grow up believing in?
Um, of course, growing up in a black household, I was Christian.
Right.
And of course, I believe in God. I still do. I believe but once I started getting older and I believe if it starts off when you kids, you know what I mean? Everybody go to church when they kids, and then when you start hitting the teenager years, it's like that's the break or make time. Like, oh, is you still gonna
Yeah.
be
You
this,
fall
or
off.
is you gonna open your eyes or be atheist, or is you gonna switch to being scientific with it, or is you gonna switch to being like, oh, I'm about to just be spiritual with it, you know what I mean? So it's different
Right.
insights on different everything, bro. So I was at the teenage years where I was in high school, well, type middle school type, and I heard Tyler the Creator.
Right.
I heard Tyler the Creator for the first time, start listening to this music. Then once I start listening to what he was saying, I was just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, this man
Was
really
he on
ain't.
some woke shit?
Nah, he was on some I'm atheist, I worship the devil, I done sold my soul and all this other. Yeah, like,
Okay, that
but
makes sense. That do make sense
whoa,
though.
whoa, whoa, it don't make sense. Not with me. No, that don't make sense for
For
me.
him
Oh,
it
for
do.
him, yeah. For him, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hell
me,
yeah.
nah, it was different because it was like, you know what I mean? If you was just like me, you done seen Tyler the Creator video where the Yonkers, that was the first video I ever seen of Tyler's. And he eating the cockroach, doing all the weird shit. It just drew me in. Then I learned
Mhm.
the odd future way that I was like, okay, I rock with him. Music wise, I rock with him. But as for his beliefs, nah. But once he said that, it was like I started digging deeper into the whole occult thing and looking at
Man,
who sold their souls, like Rihanna, the
facts.
Umbrella video. That's a prime example. Um, everybody, like, it's crazy when stars start off, they wearing all these vibrant colors, you know, this, that, and the third. Then once they hit that milestone and that peak in their career, it's like you see them wearing nothing but black throughout the rest of their shit, and then they all of a sudden will wear white to taunt it and stuff like that. But me, I started off Christian until I started listening to Tyler. Then I started awakening my own self and looking at different religions and different cultures and different insights of stuff like that. And I realized, like, you know, this religion thing is kind of a lot. It's stressful.
Oh, nah,
Nigga, this is
listen.
like politics.
We gonna get into it. Listen, we gonna get into it. Cause listen,
I wasn't with it, but once I
I'm a
woke in my third eye and parted from being religious to actual spiritual. Oh, it
mm-hmm.
was like a lot of stuff started making a lot more sense. Like,
So look, I'm gonna break it. We gonna listen. We gonna break it all the way down, God. Cause look, I did just a little bit of research. Like I said, I had to pull a couple little Google facts just so can't nobody say I'm lying.
oh
I
shit, what
had
you
to.
found out, God?
So listen, when you look up, when you look up how or when was religion started,
Uh huh.
they'll tell you that there's no specific date, but they'll give you a range, and they say that religion started about 45,000 to 200,000 years ago, right? But then look, they
Yeah,
also say,
45,000.
right, because listen, first off, me and
Wait a
you
minute, we
already
only
know
in, yeah. Wait a minute,
they
we in
haven't been here that
2023,
long.
yo.
But I mean, that look, that's just what Google say, right? But listen, then they say that I looked up, okay, so I'm like, okay, so who is the founder of Christianity, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, it's Jesus, right? But they say the founder is Jesus, and it was founded about 2,000 years ago, right?
But
And
question, God,
then, yeah, so
if they found if Jesus the one that found it, then how come the Bible was written before telling stories before Jesus and then added Jesus into it?
man, and then listen, so look, okay, so boom, right? Let's go into the King James version of the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So King James. So I was reading all the little, just all the little facts about how everything came about. Like, of course, I couldn't read everything because, bro, it was a lot. But just a basic breakdown of, again, you can Google this, a basic breakdown. King James had to have about 30 to 40 men, aka translators, to help him translate and write this Bible, right? And then not only that, but it will tell you, and you can Google this and you can read it. It tells you that he specifically had the people who was writing it for him. He specifically told them to take out certain words and to use other words to not make him seem such what's the word, to make him not seem so bad, I guess you could say, to
Deviant
to
type
not
thing.
make him seem so basically such like a corrupted person basically.
Yeah.
So that right there just tells you that not only did a bunch of different people write the Bible, but it specifically tells you that this man specifically told these people to take out and put in certain words to manipulate the people reading this shit.
That is facts. And look,
Now, now hold on. I got one more, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
look, I dive. So I'm like, okay, bet. So what was people believing in before religion? And again, Google this shit. Look it up for any naysayers, y'all. They call us crazy and devil worshippers for worshiping our ancestors, right? Or
Mhm.
praising our ancestors.
Talking shit.
Two different words. Praising and worshiping is two different things, two different
Highly
energies.
is.
We praise our people, we praise ourselves, and our ancestors' blood is running through our veins, G. So when we praise them, we are praising ourselves because we are one. There's no
Correct.
separation. But listen, when you look up what civilization was believing in before religion set in, it will tell you that they were worshiping their ancestors. They were practicing how to be shamans.
Yeah. Cause
And that's a
it
fact.
ain't nothing bad with it. It ain't nothing wrong with it. It ain't none of that. Me personally, and I think I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this when I say this, but like I said, this is just our own opinions, our own, you know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like the Bible, of course, is a man-made book. We all know this. But
Fact.
it ain't nothing but a book to brainwash you into thinking differently and to be moving differently and stuff like that. Cause if you think about it, Christians got the Bible, they Christian
Right.
ways. The Catholics got their Bibles and they ways.
Right.
Muslims, they got they well, they don't call it Bible, they call it what, the Quran or something like that.
Yeah, the Quran. Yeah.
That's their ways and stuff like that. Each religion culture has their own book. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We so brainwashed into reading this book about the ancient times to try to figure out this, that, and the third. And it's like you can't even really believe it or decipher it out how you need to, because our history been rewritten so many times and been hidden from us so deeply. It's like,
That's a fact.
what is the real issue that y'all hiding from us? Like, what is
Oh,
why
we
why
gonna
why did y'all confuse us with this book, the brainwash us? Like, what is it really? Like, oh, y'all figured out we had powers and y'all got scared and didn't know how to control it, and you know what I mean? Like, what
that's
happened?
exactly what it is.
What
That's
happened? I,
exactly
I
what
want to know
it is.
what happened, because really this is it is like I said, it's crazy. But me personally, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in the whole story of Joseph came home to his wife all of a sudden. She's right there with the baby, and she was supposed to be
Man.
a virgin, and then all of a sudden, three niggas pop up with
Oh,
gifts.
oh, hold on, God. I missed one too. I missed one fact. I missed one fact.
But hold
Listen.
on, we're gonna shoot that fact right after this commercial break, because this about
I
to get
bet.
intense for real, for real. We about to get
Nah, for sure.
yeah. Go ahead and
Peace.
cook up the
Peace.
kitchen. Turn on that second eye.
So look, God, I forgot to mention, and this is another Google fact that you can look up. Do you know that? And I've been knew this, but just for this episode in particular, do y'all know that first off, King James and all these other people who ever had any dealing with writing the Bible, all these people are Greek. And who
Mm-hmm.
are the Greek? The Greek derived from the Europeans. Who are the Europeans? These are Caucasian people, family. This is
Mm-hmm.
why they gave you a whitewashed God to praise. That's why every region, every religion, every God looks like their people, that all their gods look like the people that serve them. Every
Now,
different region.
yeah,
But there is no God of color, and people need to ask questions and wonder why. There's no God of color. And not only that, but listen, do you know that the first slave ship was named Jesus? Bro,
Damn.
that is a Google fact.
You fucked me
You
up
can
with that
look
one because
that
I ain't
shit
never
up
know that shit.
right now, God. The first slave ship was named Jesus.
Oh yeah, ain't no way, ain't no way. And see, it's a video. I be tagging my friends in because everybody be asking me like you spiritual and stuff like that. Why you don't believe in this, that, the third, the blah, shit, blah. It's a funny video, but to get his point, it goes over everybody's head because it's a dude acting out being
Right,
funny and shit like that. But the actual point of it, oh, it's priceless. Because it's just like, bro,
right.
like let's be for real. Like I said, you come home, David. You got a biblical name too. You come home, David.
Man,
Your
listen,
wife a
and
virgin. You go
you
get
wanna
it.
know what's
You know
crazy?
what I mean? How is you gonna take that?
Bruh, listen, you wanna
How
know
would you
what's
take
crazy,
that?
God?
That three niggas pop
I
up at the door
named
with gifts.
that's what I'm saying. Like I I mean I embraced it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, that's cool back when I was like in religion. I'm like, okay, well maybe I have a hidden purpose out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I'm like, okay, that's cool. And in the Bible it read, Messiah is the son of David. So that's what inspired me to name my son Messiah. Because I'm
Okay,
like,
that's
okay,
dope.
well that I was looking for a name at the time. I'm reading the Bible, trying to get my life right because I was going through so much crazy shit. Got a
Yeah.
kid on the way. So I'm like, bro, at that time, I was looking for that higher power. And Jesus was that higher power at that time. So, I'm thinking that I'm doing right by naming him that. And I did because Messiah is still a God name. It still has deep meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't necessarily know what I was doing at the time because, like I said, I was still operating in religion. But I remember one day I made it up in my mind that I still believed in Jesus, but I stopped calling myself Christian because I started diving into like you said, you was diving into like the Illuminati stuff and the selling your soul and the secret society stuff. So I was doing the same thing and I was learning about all these different Catholic
Mm-hmm.
priests and doing all this
How
crazy stuff to
evil,
the
well, not even
children.
evil, how corrupted the priests are, the popes and shit,
Yeah.
the
And then and
Vatican,
but
all of that.
let's not forget to mention that church is a corporation. It's a business.
Man, look, church
It's a business.
is a free
There's ATMs in
robbery
churches.
house. You go to church. You mean to tell me, because not one, and this, I'm about to speak facts on this one. Not once did it say in that Bible they met up every, okay, I'm gonna talk my regular, you know what I mean? Excuse me, people, but this is how I really talk.
Right.
It doesn't say in the book a group of motherfuckers meet every on a single day of the week to sit here and worship this being. But in order to catch your blessings, you gotta give money here. You gotta give money there. And if you don't give your money or whatever like that, you ain't receiving nothing. You ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't getting no blessings. You ain't. And it's like, bro, I never really grasped that concept because it's like, nigga, all I got is $20 to my name. I can
That's
give
a
you this
fact.
$20 for tithes and offering, but I came up here on the gas tank on E. So how the fuck am
That's a
I gonna make?
fact.
I sit here and run out on gas on the side of the road. Now I'm sitting here screaming, "Jesus, take the wheel! Jesus, help me!" And like I said, no disrespect neither. It don't take the
No
Trump play
disrespect
people,
to
no
nobody.
disrespect. But
Nobody.
You know what I mean? You just did
We
that to pay
and
your last 20, and you end up in a situation like that, and now you sitting here screaming for a being that you was brainwashed with, expecting for help, and you're not getting no help. Just like with some of these, actually with some of these religions, they're pretty. It's scary, bro. Just like you said with the Catholic and stuff like that, with the popes, they do the
yeah,
little the children mess and stuff like that. Um, I know in like Japanese culture or something like that, Japanese religion, or I believe Asian religion or something like that, Korean religion,
mhm,
if you don't abide by them rules, like if the Bible stated, like the 10 law commandments,
yeah.
if you don't abide by them commandments, you die. Like you gotta kill yourself type thing in front of
Oh wow.
yeah, like it's self-sacrificial stuff. Is people think like I know in Japanese culture they feel like if they disrespect their God, they gotta sacrifice themselves to show their mercy to get into heaven type thing and to get into their heaven type thing. But it's just like the
Well,
thing and
check
the
this out.
concepts of things.
Check
Like
this out, guys. So what? So okay. So people think again. People think like us having ancestor altars and us
hmm
praising and honoring our ancestors is satanic, right? And doing rituals is satanic, right?
right.
But these niggas not only go to church every Sunday, which is a ritual within itself, but they do communion. And what is
hmm
communion? That's when you eat the wine and the crackers, right? Which is supposed to
hmm
symbolize the flesh and the blood of Jesus, right? Don't that sound like some ritualistic shit? Don't
Oh
that
yeah, that sounds
sound
like
like
some
some
cult shit
satanic
for shit
shit?
show. That sounds like some
Drinking
cult shit for
blood.
show.
I'm
I've been
not
said
I'm
that.
not drinking no fucking blood.
And when I was a kid, and it first happened, and they brought it out of church, and they like, oh, this is just grape juice or whatever like that. So I'm just
I mean,
thinking,
yeah, it's
they
not
like, yeah,
blood, but I'm
yeah,
just
but
saying
they're
that's what
supposed
it's
to,
supposed to symbolize.
yeah, the symbolization of it and stuff like that. It's just like me personally, like I said, I feel like every other religion is hypocrites and just the pot calling the kettle black type thing. Like,
Right. Right.
oh, you can't
Pointing the
do this and
finger.
you can't do that, but you do the same thing, but just in a different way. Just like I'm gonna break it down. People that's in a cult that worship Satan and stuff like that. Oh,
Hmm.
they go by certain things. They drinking blood. They doing eating skin, eating animals and shit like that. That'll be their flesh or
Right.
whatever like that. Okay, cool.
Right.
But they also in a group. It's a group of them, and they be under a roof, under a building and stuff like that. It look like a church,
Right.
but it's not a church. Boom. Christians, the same way. They in the church. The only thing difference is it's a cross there. Uh,
Right.
Almost every once or a few times out the year, they pass around this wine that's supposed to symbolize a dead person blood and a dead person flesh and shit like that. Like we gonna
Right.
keep it real. So it's just like, but you call them like, of course you call them what they are, but it's like you shaming them and pointing finger when y'all doing it in the same way. It's just how can you say? I guess the Satanists are ghetto with it, and the Christians and churches and stuff like that, they just more classy with it. That's it.
Right.
That's the
Let
only
me oh,
difference.
so listen. So listen. I've said this before too, but and this is gonna hurt a lot of feelings. And this is what really brought me over. This is what brought it home for me to change from being religion to spiritual. This is what brought it home. So when you start learning about how they tell you in the Bible, first off, that the devil was casted down here from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there should tell you that he is the God of this realm, of this planet right now. So who the hell else would those books be written about other than the person who the Bible tells you is
Come on now.
controlling all this shit right now.
Cook this
Controlling.
shit up, Quay.
And then listen, so look, right? So I'm doing my spiritual stuff and learning from different elder people. And they mentioned that we all have spiritual names. All our last names come from our last names are referred to used to be referred to as surnames, which surnames come from the slave owners who owned our ancestors back in the day. And
Because it's
these
still
are
Atlanta
where
still got some of our slave owners' last names too, and it brought down from
that's what I'm
generation to
saying.
generation.
That's a fact. So that's literally where everybody last names come from. That's where your family last name come from. Some old white man who own your people. So
Yeah, because Walker is damn sure a white man last name. You ain't got
that's what
that
I'm
me
saying.
confessed. And that's
That's what I'm
Irish.
saying.
That's
So
Irish.
that's what I'm saying. So look, I'm learning about certain stuff, right? So we all have spiritual names given to us by source, given to us by the Most High, which is divine feminine energy first and divine masculine energy second. Females came first, so the female energy is God. But so listen, okay, we all have spiritual names, and what everybody know as Satan, his real spiritual name is Zeus, which is where the Greek mythology that the Zeus character come from.
Yep.
So listen, you remember how they said, what was Satan's biggest trick? It was deceiving the world, convincing the
Deceiving.
world
Yeah.
rather that he didn't exist,
Shape
right?
shift.
Facts, right? So now remember, I said that Satan' real name is Zeus, given to
Correct.
him by the Most High. And how do you say Jesus' name in Spanish?
Jesus.
Hey, Zeus. Like you greeting this nigga, hey, Zeus.
Oh
Or if
shit.
you br-
I didn't
or
realize that because I
or
hold on. I was being funny.
or if you
I
break
really
it
didn't know that.
down in Greek, it means hail Zeus, like you're worshiping him.
Oh wow.
So Jesus is Satan or Zeus. You call that nigga by his real name because when you say Satan and the devil, it got all that fear behind it. You call that nigga by his real name, which is Zeus, because we don't fear shit.
And why do you think the other guys start beefing with this man? Like,
And
yeah,
then
he's the
look,
higher power of. Yeah, if you think about it, well, if you used to hear about the stories and stuff like that, if y'all not deep into Greek mythology and stuff like that, y'all know in Greek mythology, Zeus is the top head honcho.
exactly.
So then, if you do your homework, Zeus did a lot of deceitful shit to the other gods that have them either start clashing with each other or to either start clashing with him. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah. I didn't know that, but you awoken me to that one, guy. I appreciate that, Water.
Man, listen, I've been trying to tell people, bruh, and they see I can talk like that with you and you'll get it. But if you say that to a Christian, and again, no disrespect, but
Oh, that
there's
book coming
nothing
out.
you can say to them
Yeah, that
to
book
to
coming out,
convince
and they
them.
thinking you wrapped up in the devil's word type thing.
Exactly. Exactly. When whole time you are praising you think that you righteous by praising Jesus, and the whole time the fucking trick of the fucking century, nigga. The trick of all time is you are praising the other side by praising Jesus.
Correct.
It's
But
a trick.
after this commercial break, I'm gonna go ahead and break it down with the similarities of how religious is nothing but a branch off of really spirituality, if you want to think about it. But we're gonna get into it right
Facts.
after this commercial break.
I bet.